Alicia. So with me, I have myself as the cannabis nurse to do one-on-one consultations. I'm also offering meditation to my clients along with like other lifestyle modifications that can help them enhance the therapeutic benefits of cannabis and their endocannabinoid system. And then I have a mental health therapist on staff. So we have like a 3-tier approach to wellness. I have been having challenges within the past year. Just setting everything up new. Starting a business is like brand new to me. I haven't done it. Some of the other nurses have. It's great though, because I've learned so many skills and there's lots of up and downs. So I think it's kind of teaching me a little more resilience. And so lately, this month, Ashley, I think has been, this month and last month, I've ramped up my networking events. So a few weeks ago, I went to one in New York. I'm based in New York and New Jersey. There's some woman in New York who started a business called a group. So they had a networking event. And I went to a networking event the other week, and I've been to only 3 now within this whole time of trying to start this business. At the cannabis meetup that I went to, it was for women, and I'm learning that all these meetups are gonna go so differently, because I went to one in New York and it was a networking event, a different one that focused on realty for New York State and dispensaries, but it was still networking. So this other one I went to was women in cannabis. And everybody, when I walked in, it was at a space called Work and Roll. So I walked in and there was one side with vendors. It was like 6 vendors, and the other side was like the social area. I walked in and everybody was smoking there, every single person. And I felt a little weird, not because people were smoking, like I really don't care, but it almost initially felt like it was like a high school party. It was just weird. I was like, this is weird. And I feel like people had went there maybe with other people that they knew. So it had that kind of like vibe, like, oh, I'm walking into this weird party where people are already grouped together. Night goes on though, and I did meet some amazing people. One who contacted me today, I met this woman, and she is a legal aid, a law firm that works with cannabis businesses. She was really interested in learning more about what I do in cannabis education. And one of her things was she wanted to normalize cannabis within the workspace, especially how, you know, how coworkers go out and maybe go to like get a drink or happy hour or whatever. So she pitched this idea to me today, asking if I would want to speak about cannabis etiquette in the workplace. And I'm open to that. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll come up with something. I'll talk to her again, but this woman was amazing. She knew so much about the cannabis industry in New York being built amongst like dispensaries and plant touching based businesses. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, like these events I went to are not medical or nurse focused. So when I tell people about what I've been doing, I've noticed that their responses sometimes are like, oh, wait, you deal with mental health and you have a therapist, so what do you do as the nurse? So I have to, it's a whole conversation, and that kept coming up, and people don't realize that a nurse is very qualified to help a patient with cannabis.
Okay, well, a little bit about myself. Right now I'm a travel nurse. My specialty is ICU. Before the pandemic, I had my own med-spa, so the more I learned about holistic care, because I know I could give medications, I could sedate people all day. These are chronically sick people. They stay on these medications for a long time, versus what I saw in the med-spa, the meditation. I know, as Alicia was talking about, I've gotten into the long-term health. And on that note, I did lose my dad to brain cancer. And so I remember the experience of how much chronic pain that cancer brings. And I just used to think that, what if there was a different way, even if it was his end of life, to take care of him holistically versus giving him all of these medications and just seeing him suffer, and so this is something that I want to educate people about, especially with the the cannabis system, and I'm very, very intrigued myself as to what it could do for future patients and education. And I know what I do in ICU all the time, and that's not what I want to do all the time. So I'm very, very interested to see what I can do and how I can educate other people and make a long-term effect, in patients and just people in the general public anyway. I was kind of trying to put a framework together because I am from the South. So I'm originally from Mississippi. So I was interested in your book, Ashley, about stigmatized, because here in the South, we have this huge barrier when it comes to cannabis. I mean, the first thing people think about is like plant touching, and they think about, I actually was talking to my cousin about the positive effects and how much research, even for Parkinson patients, just the list goes on. And I understand it's going to take me some work myself, and education. I understand it's just going to be, first of all, the biggest thing that I want to do, but I want to see if I can integrate, what I know about holistic care and to integrate the cannabis care along with it, especially as a nurse, and to push that forward, and especially to push it forward in the area that I'm in. And I'm also interested in networking. Right now I'm in Georgia. I spent 2 years in California and got to learn a lot in California. So, I'm really interested in traveling and actually networking to see what other people are doing around, this country. That's kind of my story. And I just want to change lives. That's kind of why we went into nursing in the first place.
So for me, it's a beautiful thing to see, like, you all just even connecting off of the thought, right? Connecting off of the goals and the mission, because somewhere in all of them is this need to let people know about the endocannabinoid system. That's what it all boils down to. There's a whole system that nobody else is talking about.
If you find these conversations empowering, then you may want to join us in the Highline Tribe. We are a community of nurses and healers who are seeking alignment. Try the tribe today for a step towards a transformative journey towards wellness and knowledge. See you on the inside.